Hi Sparkly Souls, it's Jamie from Magical Me here with our Oracle guidance for the month of February 2015. And what a special treat we have today, as it is also the full moon. But I kind of planned it that way on purpose so that we would have a kind of a 2-for-1 double magical whammy. So, that said, the Oracle deck that I chose to use this month was The Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. And this has to be one of my favorite decks. The fairies, the magical artwork, the way that Lucy put everything together, just did a splendid job, and it's a fantastic, fantastic deck. Now, that said, these views are solely my own interpretations, and they do not reflect the views of the deck's creator or the publisher. So, here we go. For those of you that tuned in last month, you'll remember that one of our cards that we had pulled were for crystals. It was to incorporate crystals more in our lives, in using them for healing, releasing, meditation, transforming, all different things. And this month, we also have, the first card pulled was Crystal Magic. And this card was reversed, which tells me that it's not the end of the crystal magic for us. We are still supposed to be incorporating them in our everyday lives. So, for those of you who did not begin working with crystals yet, now is the perfect time. For those of you who already started working with crystals or have been working with crystals for a while, now would be a great time to look into progressing with those crystals. So you could choose crystals that are maybe a step up from the crystals that you've currently been working with, that would, the more powerful crystals. It all just depends on what you need them for and what you are working with them for. But this card, this Crystal Magic card, again, encourages us by being reversed. That is definitely something very important for us to be doing this time. So we want to start out small if you're just starting out. Get a crystal that you're drawn to. Begin working with it with meditation. You can even put certain crystals under your pillow to help encourage more prophetic and lucid dreams. You can also use crystals to encourage your own personal healing, and that's gonna go great with this month's message. Being that this Crystal Magic card is also the card of beginnings, the fact that it was reversed tells me that it's not the greatest time to start anything new. And if we are in the verge of starting something new, that's fine, but it would probably be a better idea to go within this month and plan and prepare, especially being that we have Mercury in retrograde yet for a little while. It's not always the best idea to put a lot of things into motion, being that we're literally or technically going backwards with Mercury. So great time for planning, great time for making preparations and laying the groundwork, but it's not the greatest time to step out with these new ideas and into these new fields that might be a little foreign to what you're normally used to working with. It also is not a great time to be putting yourself out there in the sense that you would be signing on any dotted lines or engaging in any type of contracts and legal things. Right now is the time to stay focused on inner working and inner healing, which is great for crystals. They are number one and perfect for helping us with any within issues or shadow self issues or things that need to be released that we aren't able to do on our own. Okay, that said, our next card that I pulled is the Mother and Daughter card. Now, if you can see this card and you look closely at it, the very first thing that I noticed was that the mother and the daughter were both sleeping. That again, speaks loudly of it is a time to go within. It's not a time to be putting ourselves out there, working on others, healing others, doing for others. Now is the best time to be focusing on solely ourselves. And the very wonderful thing about this card is you know, it speaks highly of the mother and daughter or the mother and child bond, which is always that of nurturing. So that in itself is something to be said, that this month they, you know, the spirit or the universe really encourages us all as a collective to focus on inner healing and nurturing and, you know, nurturing growth and the potential that we have there. But just like anybody, healers like myself, you know, teachers that are already doing things that, you know, like I'm doing, we switch for a second and become the students when we have to learn what it is within us that needs work. We all go through it. As I always say, we are a constant work in progress. We're always learning. It's a constant cycle. But another aspect of the mother and daughter card I would like to bring up is that not only are we to focus this month on ourself and inner healing, but also within our households. So those relationships closest to you, such as a relationship between parent and children, with your significant other, spouse, your parents, whatever it may be for you. So this card also brings up a need for relationship work within your house. So that said, our oracle guidance for the month of February is Crystal Magic and the Mother and Daughter card. And those two cards together suggest that we should be focusing on going within this month, using crystals however we can in our life, whether it be wearing them every day according to, you know, you feel drawn to that particular crystal, or what that crystal's purpose is, or what you yourself know you might need it for. Meditation. Crystals are a great asset to use when you're meditating. Some of them can help ground you, some of them help you focus, some of them help you see things a little more clearly during your meditations and connect with your higher selves. Some are great for connecting with spirit guides. And then also, you know, really focusing on nurturing ourselves. It's, you know, there's a lot of us that want to be out there teaching this month or helping others this month, and ordinarily that's a great thing to do. But this month is just time for teaching yourself, nurturing yourself, and ensuring that you yourself are in a position that is able to then go forward later on down the road and offer guidance, help, and teachings to other people. And it's the very first thing to remember that as a teacher, you cannot first teach anyone else until you have taught yourself first. And it's the same thing with all healers. You cannot expect to heal someone else until you have first healed yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind and make the most important person in your life a priority for the month of February 2015, and that is you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our oracle guidance for the month of February. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, as well as enjoying and making the most of this full moon. Brightest blessings.